You know, nothing ever happened.
No. No. No, no, no! I gotta go! I gotta go! Hey! Everything okay? Oh, no! Oh, no, 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 no!
Welcome to Strike Force. You are an elite battle squad assembled to defend Earth. This is who we're up against. The alien warlord Ultimus and his Kree soldiers who have joined forces with Hydra and AIM. Now, I know some of you aren't used to fighting side by side with each other, but the world needs you to put aside your feuds and stand together. Any questions?
I am Groot.
Any other questions? All right, it's go time. Now get out there and save the world.
You need help with your Marvel Strike Force game? Then come down to the school of the Game Father. Valley Flying did, and he learned that you can't beat the Game Father. Valley Flying. That's right, I'm the 3-time Super Sunday Red Stip Blitz Orb champion. After I uppercutted Valley Flying in his vagina for the 3rd time, he went home and cried to his little mommy, and now I need a new challenger. Bring it, little boy. All with the fucking dope. I be ballin' like a
Gamers, keep on gaming because gamers are cool.
Alright gamers, keep on gaming because gamers are cool.
OMG.
It's so powerful, you can turn off the sun!
What's up, my guys? So I think today I want to do a best characters for all Dark Dimensions or something like that. We'll do it. I think that could be an interesting video. Hello, Stolen Thunder. One Shadow King Diamond Orb. All right, Shadow King Diamond Orb. How do I get those other than money, or are those available outside of money or just money? Just bunnies? All right. $15, and they have Shadow King diamonds in them. I actually am gonna consider that because I do need Shadow King diamonds. All right. Hello, how you doing? Welcome in. There's one in the command center, I think. All right. All right, let's blast through all of Anything I need in these? What are these? Gold orb fragments? No, we need training material. Training orbs, yeah. 3 in the command center. Okay, so I don't need to just buy them. All right. Gather intel. Use Thunderbolt team in raid. Rewards. Am I missing something, guys? I have no idea. What am I doing? What am I not understanding? In the objectives? Okay. Oh, I see here. Oh, I see. So it's so that this is nothing that can be done with engagement. It's just a secondary bonus to. Yeah, financial engagement. I hear ya. Financial engagement. I hear ya. Loud and clear. I mean, I'm interested in doing well on that leaderboard. We're gonna come back to that. Yeah, I've done the new code. Financial engagement. I do like that. I do like this. I do like the way that's worded. Let's do this though. Might as well do that at the top of the hour. Okay. All right, we'll do the raids at the top of the hour.
All right, I need to clean up my... let's put that over there. All right, I'll save that for later. They fixed that yesterday. We watched that yesterday. That was in the video. All right, let's go to the website and see if there's anything there to do. Never mind. I kind of don't mind later. It's kind of pointless. Leaderboards. Well, if you want to do Professor X and you are willing to spend and you want to get the best price possible on Gear Tier 20 pieces, oftentimes the leaderboards are that. Is it a free-to-play option? No. Is it a value spender option? Possibly. Green and purple. Let's see here. Oh, let's do this. Codes. Drops. There you go. Now it's there. And I want to make a video about, well, all dark dimensions. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, leaderboards are not going to be... Leaderboards are... Let's just call it what they are. They're auctions. The DD pass? No, I got the Sable pass. I did not get the DD pass. No. I got the Sable pass. Are we talking about something different? Okay, versus. Oh, let's do this before I forget. How many diamonds for Old Man Logan are in here? Are they all? I mean, I've got a 1 diamond Old Man Logan. Can you get the higher ones? All 3. Okay. I don't think I need any other characters. Cost 9,000. Well, then I'll be short, right? How much short am I going to be? So 36. So I need 12,000. I have perfect amount, right? 12,600. So I've got I've got a 1 diamond already, so I can get a 3 diamond Old Man Logan. All right. All right, let's do some arena. Wow. Well, I'll do the 50s. I just did them right now. I'll do them at the reset, which is in 30 minutes, right? Um, bro, we're not. Listen, how long ago did Old Man Logan come to the game? How long is it? You know, we're like at least 6 months away from. I'm gonna say that we're at least 6 months away from that, right? Yeah. No, Old Man Logan's like a year. Yeah, I'm just gonna say we're nowhere near Odin Diamond territory, right? Yeah, we're nowhere. That's not a. Yeah, I don't think we're in that timeline. I don't think Mephisto either. Thoughts on? I don't know. I don't think that. I genuinely don't think this there's going to be a way to game the conversion. Their intent is that in fact there may be, they even suggested to me that there would be some upside to not gaming it. I don't know though. I just I mean, I don't I can't think of a logical scenario where doing something today. I see some upside to not doing anything. I mean, there are some. The only real upside that I see to this system possibly is the one currency that, well, two situations. The one currency that I possibly could use is this elite raid credit, which can buy these Crimson Gear tier 19s, but I think I'm caught up on that. So when everything goes into the one universal currency, then I should be able to buy as much as the 19s I need if I wanted to do that. Also, if I get desperate and I want to open arena orbs, the currency amount here will be much higher so that I can, use the very inefficient way of getting currency here. The other thing that possibly would be a thing is the Ultimate store. Maybe, there's a couple character shards in here that I could use. Maybe converting some of the raid currency orbs into shards to make into Ultimate food. But I really don't think there's going to be much to do. The Blitz orbs are still going to be there. I don't know why the exchange rate would be less favorable after the conversion. The gold that you can get from a Blitz orb will be still around later unless they do something that I don't understand or wasn't expecting. All right, let's look into dude, Lord man, I'm the plan for today is to make some sort of Dark Dimension video. So right now I'm on a different task, but if you hang out for a little bit, maybe we will go over that. I don't know off the top of my head though. If I did, I would just spit out the answer. Someone in chat might have a real quick answer for you. All right, so we want to go to the store. What's this I want to look at the Shadow King orb. Chance it at 2 and 3 diamond. I'm gonna buy one of those. You need 3 of them though. So you can do it up to 4. 3 of them can happen by Victoria hand. 1 of them I was gonna buy. So I still have opportunity to get 3 more. But the fourth one, you're going to have to buy no matter what. There's only 3 available, like through Victoria Hand and all that stuff. So the one that I'm buying is the 4th one that's not available in the command center. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. There's a method to my madness. What are the odds on this? Nine percent. 9%. 3%. Oh, it's in the week, not a month. All right, we'll go look at it again. Either way, I don't want to buy. I'm not going to buy Victoria Hand up to 5. What is that? $150? Five, 6, 7. Was it $350 for 7 just to get 3 more attempts at Shadow King? I mean, I get what they're doing. Should we scamble on this? What's scamble? We're going to open 1 orb. How many diamonds on SK? 1, 2, or 3? I believe the 2 is 9%-ish. The 3 is 3%-ish. I don't know the exact math, but not high. I'm guaranteed a 1. I get it. I get it. I don't buy the 5s. And how much does it cost to get a 5? 100 and something dollars? I'm not buying a 5 Victoria Hand. Yeah, it could be the gamble orbs. I agree. Wow, you guys are really optimistic for me. I appreciate the confidence. This is the certainty is more in this 1 range. I'm just saying. Because it's like 9% for a 2, I think, and about 3 something, 9-ish% for a 2, 3-ish% for a 3. So you guys are being pretty generous with me. Oh, never bet against a boosted account. Thank you, Pathfinder. Oh, I get it, H-Town. Yeah. I understand that there's 3 that I can get, but I'm only going to go for 1. And if I can get one of these, that should help me a little bit on the leaderboards. I find this minimal spending is okay. Wow, you guys are super. I mean, I appreciate you guys helping me out with this, like in the confidence. So where are we at? So there is a chance. So guaranteed 1 in this. Guaranteed 1. And then we've got a chance at a 2 and a 3. You guys think that you're giving me 61 on 1 when it's probably closer to like 85, 87. 19% on a 2 and a 20% on a 3. So you guys are believers in the boosted Pathfinder account. Path Daddy, may the Path Daddy be with us. Whoa! All right, we got purple. What is that? It's a 1. Okay, there you go. Did someone pay out? How did this already... Did someone do it already? All right, thank you. All right, you're good, T-Dats. I don't mind if you do that. I do not. All right, so we got a 1. Oh my God, do you see my CVC score? I have Minotaur running right here, by the way. I'm at 181,000 nips. Get to it. You're at 40,000. All right. Let's see where I am on the event. $1,800. Okay. Probably will be happy with that. I'm actually planning on taking Punisher, so I don't know. I don't think a lot of people went through Professor Exaka with Punisher. Yeah, Punisher as opposed to Monkey King is a thing. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think accidentally pushing Punisher, you're fine. I think that's okay. There's worse things to do even if that wasn't your intent. Hit Monkey, that's fine. Punishers, yeah. Monkey King, Shadow Money. Hit Monkey, yeah. I get it wrong. Anyways, I'm happy to get my Shadow King pin. Yes, I said that correctly up there. I want to pull the trigger on Emma. But I know that Hero Global. All right, we're doing it. All right, so we need these pieces. Yep. Oh, I need a lot of those pieces. Let's make sure that they're hearted, favorited. Yeah. And then we need Punisher. Yep, that's right. See if we need, but the other ones are ready to go. Havoc. Who's the other mutants? Wow, he's my only other mutant for the trial? Should I have opted for APOC? So I'm done with my mutants then. Okay, so wait a minute. Let's go look at this. Yeah, because I'm gonna have extra. In theory, it looks like I'm gonna have extra. Cosmic. This is the wrong area. I don't know why they don't fix this. Who did I... Oh, I got rid of him. I already did him. Oh, let's just do the city because I already yeah, I'm fine. It's just, do I want to do Shadow King? Because what I can't see the totals here, and that's why this is so annoying, is I can't see the totals. It effectively makes this useless because I can't see the totals. Yeah, and then it overlaps this so that these numbers here are wrong, right? Yeah, this is useless. Because this is in here twice. Yeah. Yeah, but I have to, but this is on both. This is why it's so frustrating, is this is on both. All right, well, let's drop. That's what we're gonna do. I think that's a good idea, actually. Oh my God, this is dumb. All right, so I'm top heavy on the skill pieces, right? And mystic pieces. Yeah, dropping Mephisto would be super helpful because then I could focus on Shadow King, right? Yeah, that is the right thing. Dropping Mephisto for Shadow King is the play. If only the tool worked. Holy hell. No, but it's a different kind of piece. The problem is not that the number of pieces, is that Shadow King is not. I'm running into problems with these right here, right? It's a different type of piece. That's assuming that I get equal numbers of them randomly, right? You kind of have to assume that in some way, right? Yeah, maybe. I don't even know. Yeah. All right, let's just do that. So the question is this. Is this a viable strategy right here? Yeah, I'm just trying to spread the pieces around. Which also means is that I can push the button on Shadow King today if I wanted to. Well, I mean, let's take a look at it. I'm going to heart Shadow King, right? And then I'm going to unheart Mephisto. And then when I click mutant, or I add the mutant tag to this, right? So I've already pulled the trigger on Emma, already pulled the trigger on Omega Reg Phoenix Force. So then I've got Shadow King and Havoc left. Those are the 4 characters that have mutant that I'm using in the Professor X saga, which means I can pull the trigger on Shadow King right now. Yeah, right? Yeah, and now that I got a Lilandra? Lilandra. Do I not have Lilandra on this picture? Hold up. Did I not put Lilandra on this? No, Lilandra's not, she's not mutant. She's skill. You got me scared there. One diamond. That just happened today. All right, well that's fine. But I was basically in a position right now where I just have to worry about Havoc now for mutant, right? I mean, I got 2 pieces to be done with all of my mutants for it. And that drastically knocked down my Mystic, where I was feeling like uncomfortable. Where I'm really having a problem, it looks like is going to be skill. Which makes me think that Oath is a good idea over Hitmonkey, right? Yeah. All right, I got to push this video out. I got to make a thumbnail. All right. So I just need to find this type of picture here. All right, let's see here. Where is this? Downloads. All right, so this is a good place to start. I got to get like a smile on my face. Come on, Boomer, smile. Smile or move up your hand or do something interesting, Boomer. Smile, you fuck! Does that look good enough for a thumbnail? Yeah, let's do it. Fuck, I don't care. I don't know. Maybe I should do. All right, let's see if this does anything. Swilia. Come on, holy hell, Streamlabs. All right, let's see how this looks. All right, let's do that. How do I blur? All right, let's change the 10 to white. Let's bring all three layers together. Merge layers, and then we're gonna transform them by distorting them. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. Draw a mustache? Yeah. I feel like that's a good enough thumbnail. All right, I'm not doing it anymore. Actually, you know what? I think I want to do it differently. I got a different idea. try something else. I had a change of my brain had a change of thought. I think this will be better. Nah, I just think I'll do it like this. I just have a different thought. So this is going to look all distorted and AI fucked right here for a second. But that's okay. I'm going to put the Marvel Strike Force logo over it. Oh, come on. Go, Adobe, go. Go, Adobe, go. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Is my memory full or something? All right, there we go. It doesn't matter because, okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. We got rid of it. It looks like it's close enough. Merge layers. We're going to put a Marvel Strike Force logo over that anyways. That corner to cover up that we AI filled it. Let's put a drop shadow on that, make it stand out a little bit more. Oh my god, that's so annoying. I feel like it's so laggy right now. Come on. All right. I'll do that instead. You know what? We're going to do something weird. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do both thumbnails. We're going to do both thumbnails and see which one does better. How does that sound? Because you can do that. You can go right here and you can do test and compare, and I can put up to 3. So I'll try. I'm pretty sure this one will do better. Okay. We get server reset? Oh, we did. All right. Let's do server reset. Let's restart the game and we'll go to the store. Yeah, there's A/B testing. All right. It's in the middle. Oh, it's hot in here. I'm gonna go get my thermostat.
Just a level 1 class. B20's here, but here's the twist. Pay up now or don't exist. You wanna be strong, then pay the toll. Or sit in the grind while the whales take control. Gold's too low, mats don't drop. But here's a quick fix, just check the shop. Professor X, man, hope's getting thin. But for just
Yeah, the command center is now right in the middle.
one choice remains, bruh. Buy or die. Limited time, it ain't gonna last. First hit's free, now the cost runs high. Better hit that store, cause it's buy or die.
Oh, that's new. An offers button. Kind of like that, actually. I don't know if I like it, but it's like, oh, okay. Hey, how do I do better in this event? Oh, offers. Oh, there it is right there. Oh, I see. Let's do the stores. See if I've got, what I'm looking for is diamonds on Old Man Logan. It's so weird that they put that there. 148. Yeah, we need these for sure. I feel like I need these, but I'm gonna wait on them because I think I'm gonna have all those pieces, and it's a waste of gold to do it now. I could save the gold. Correct. Yeah. Once the but see, it's a while away. It's 2-3 weeks away, right? And what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna have an abundance of access to Crimson Gear just because of this Crimson Gear Raid Orb. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm not gonna do it right now. I don't need her now. Yeah, I don't. I mean, there's some upside to get her here now, but not really. Right? I mean, if I can get her to 5 today, but I don't see how that's gonna happen. Ooh, we want these. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I just don't see the value. what I do want, let's see, let's go through this. I'm going to refresh this and hope to see Old Man Logan again. There he is. Yeah, well, one more. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Pathfinder. Okay, then. That's cool. I'm happy about that, right? Hydra Sniper. No, that's only for that is for Venora only. We're not about it. Okay. Alliance raids. Let's go, go, go. Yeah, I've got the ad right here. I'm gonna make a song about this ad right here, but unfortunately the song requires me talking about a potential spoiler in the movie. So I'm not gonna make the song. I might pre-make the song, but I don't think I'm gonna publish it until probably a week from this upcoming Thursday. The movie officially got renamed. All right. Well, yeah, but the spoiler that I want is not that. I know what you're talking about by the renaming of the movie, but that's what I'm not talking about. I don't feel like that's the spoiler, though. That's great. I love it. I love it. How did you get the angle to line up right? Is there a way of doing that now? It's kind of hard to do, right?
New meta drops, now my roster's a joke. So here's to the grind, here's to the spend, here's to a game that won't ever end. One patch away from losing my squad. Welcome to MSF, where power creeps God.
Oh, you found the image on Google? Photoshop has a feature that does that now. I saw a video about it, but I don't know how to do it. Where it takes your 2D images and makes it into a 3D image so you can rotate them within a 2D final output. So like if you have the helmet is straightforward, you can import it into Photoshop, it'll 3D render it, and then you can spin it to get the angle that you desire. I saw a press release about it, but I don't know how to do it. Come on. Yeah, Bruce Wayne, yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, but, hey, chat. AutoMod says that scissor tool is an AutoMod word. I'm just saying. Bruce Wayne, how dare you use the word scissor tool in a sentence? Twitch thinks that's a naughty word, you scissor tool. How dare you bring that filth into this chat? What the fuck is wrong with you, Bruce Wayne? Don't come in here with your scissor tool agenda. Push it on us here in chat. How dare you? He was talking about how he made this, and he used the Snapchat scissor tool to make that.
Oh, great.
Yeah, right. You know, like, and then I said, but AutoMod on Twitch flagged the word scissor tool. So that's why I'm yelling at him.
Funny.
Yeah.
You're a scissor tool.
You're a scissor
Your mom's
tool.
a scissor tool.
Okay. Apparently that's a flagged word.
Yeah.
Anyways, what are you doing? What do you, I don't know.
Going to Trader Joe's and Walmart.
Okay. Oh, I gotta go to Costco. My meds
you
are fine.
sure?
Yes.
Oh,
It was ready for pickup.
okay, that's
Oh
the
my
words
God.
we're looking for.
Well, let me find out how late they're open. Maybe I can go on the way to the thing tonight.
That would be good. Yeah, I don't really want
Let me Google it real quick.
I
Yeah,
really don't
I
wanna
was-
go to two stores right now.
Okay. Well, I don't know what I need. I bought those pizzas.
Yeah, I need to know why we're yelling about scissors. I'm getting a desk.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that,
I've
is that
got
where we
plenty of
want it? C? Oh, wait, C. Is that right? 8:30?
Yeah. Oh, that's not the pharmacy.
Oh, wait, well, where's the pharmacy? Oh, right
I
here,
think- yeah, it
Decatur.
is that
Yeah,
one.
okay, there
Yeah.
you go. Okay. 7 o'clock. Okay, we're good. I'll just do that. That's actually super easy because that's
He
the way I
needs
go.
another $12 fancy desk.
It was $55. Wasn't
It's a big difference.
wait. Oh, I would bang on it, but I'd spill my Costco Ghost Energy drink.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Get out of here! You,
Cat.
get out of here, you scissor tool! I don't even know what that means. I think it's just a weird thing for the auto mod filter to flag. I mean, I understand that there's some sort of connotation to it that would be negative, but he used it correctly in a sentence describing the editing feature.
Power ain't free, this game's our grind. And balance? Nah, we left that behind. Free to play, that's fun to say, but ain't
Look
no
at my
profit
dancing
in a fair
girls.
way. We build the hype, then time to drop. And if you ain't spending, enjoy the shop. Cash over balance, that's the law. Turn your roster into revenue raw. Complain all you want, we don't flinch. Every old patch got a cash grab clinch. Look, your power's low, that's by design. It's not a bug when the loss feels fine. We ain't here for dreams, we here for math. And the whales, oh, they clear the path. Mirror match, nah, we twist the rules. So you gotta pay up just to use your tools.
Oh yeah. It is strange how aligned Kat and I are in nearly every way. It's really wild. Like I've never felt as in tune with someone in my entire life. It's really weird. I'm not saying, I mean, we're way past the honeymoon. You know what I mean? But I just feel like, I don't know, like our humor, the way that we view like money is the same. The way that we view like our hobbies and like nerddom and all that stuff is similar. Even our like spiritual beliefs are very similar. Not identical, but similar. All of it. I got lucky. Who doesn't love some scissor action? Is that even really a thing? I feel like that's just like a 8th grade ha 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 type thing. Why is this so is it laggy? Is it me or is it everybody else? It's super laggy. Super laggy. Okay. How dare you be happy, I know, right? I don't think it is. I think that's something that 8th graders talk about. Maybe someone has done it somewhere, but I just think that's more of a 8th grade fantasy thing than like a real thing that's done. I feel like it would be in Corn for straight people to watch. For straight men to watch, I feel like that would be a thing, yes. Okay. Yeah, the game is super laggy. Oh, Valdi, I saw them thread. Arnold and I have no idea what that's about, by the way. Like, I'm not really sure. I got busy this morning, and so I saw you guys chatting it up. I'll ping Arnold later. But we really don't have any good ideas. Also, did you see my score in CVC? I'm crushing it. Hey. Oh my God, it's still a banned turd. Holy shit, it banned. Yeah, I think that's great. Yeah. What do I got now? Oh my God, let's just not do it. I think I'm going to, first of all, I really think this is just like an 8th grade fantasy that's in corn, and it's not like a, that's just my opinion. I think it's more of an 8th grade corn fantasy more than anything else. I'm just saying. Oh shit. You guys are thirsty today, chat. You guys are thirsty. Coming through with a prime for the very first time is Sualia coming through for a prime. Thank you. Well, I'm not taking a vote. I just don't think it's a thing. Hail? Shit. You live at least 30 minutes from me though. Let me look out. Let me look on my ring real quick to see if I see anything like that. Let me pull up my ring thing. You said you had hail? I mean, there's definitely overcast and there's clouds, but no hail. It doesn't even look like it's raining right now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The chat is totally derailed, and you guys are super thirsty today. Holy shit! I don't think we're ever gonna. It's just lost. It's my fault, right? Yeah, kind of is my fault. I'll go with that. It is my fault. Yeah, the game is super laggy today. Like really laggy. Yeah, it's extremely laggy today. Gather intel. Oh, that's for the week. Thunderbolt and raid team, fine. 5 yellow, no, that's not going to happen. Gather intel, fine. Nope, that's not going to happen. Gather intel, okay, fine. VS filter care for? Oh, it's so, okay, that's a good question. Actually, that's an excellent question. So firstly, there is this extra filter, which a lot of people forgot about back in the day, where you could load up. See, there's a heart right here, and then there's a VS filter. And so you can put, that is for a game mode that doesn't exist anymore, right? So I have gone and put on the VS filter all the characters in the game where their respective nodes either have gold orb fragments or training orb fragments. So there's a total of 12 of them. 6 of them are gold, 6 of them are training orb fragments. So this allows me to find those 12 nodes very quickly. So Vivision, Black Panther, Union Jack, Absorbing Man, Dagger, and Thor Affinity War nodes all give training orb fragments. Then Loki, Sunspot, Titania, Echo, Noir, and Sentinel, Omega Sentinel, have gold orb fragments. So that's what I use the versus battle favorites tag for. Yep. Yeah. Yep. I did. Someone in chat told me to do it, so it's not my idea. I don't know who told me to do it, but somebody smarter than me. Yeah. Woo. All right. Wow, look, now there's sun outside. I mean, now it's not, like it was cloudy earlier a second ago, and now look, there's sun outside. Like you can see the shadows on the trees. The weather's really cool, like really nice now. We're having like rain and stuff. Could we face some war? I'm not sure, but they didn't try. Or they have a low participation. I don't know. Maybe their alliance is disbanding. I don't know what's going on, but it didn't feel like they were all in. Like we didn't. This is an okay score, but I don't think they're gonna clear in the next 3 hours. I don't know what happened, but that's not very fun when that happens, frankly. Big punch up, maybe. The score, first of all, this scoring system is not a reflection of punch up. I mean, the scoring is just like, you know, big alliances disband, and then these alliance shells that have high scores right here, like this 35, 80, 69, they go up for sale. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you guys understand that's a thing. like large alliances disband that have these like 3,000-4,000 scores, and then they get sold. Somebody will buy it. So I don't know that is. Oh, I didn't. What was the name of their alliance? I don't know that they're that much smaller. I don't feel like, what I'm trying to say is I don't feel like that number paints much of a picture, frankly. Howling Commandos? Maybe it is. Let's find out. They're lower. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't keep up with it. Strongest Alliance, we're 9. Overpowered D's? Overpowered Outlaws? Well, I don't see him here, so maybe it was a massive punch up then. All right. Either way, it didn't feel like it was a competitive war. OP, baby. OPD's nuts. All right. All right, so let's do this. Dark Dimension 2. Gear tier 16. All right. So APOC is Dark Dimension 5.5. All right. Yeah, PerfX could be 8.5, if you will. So 65 is gear tier 12, right? Is that correct? 65 is gear tier 12. Sort this by gear tier. 65. All right, let's do this again. Sort by OP. I don't want to do that. This is 65. $70. $75 is 14. $80 is 15. Just want to make sure it's every 5 levels. 85 is 16. Okay. It goes up by 5s. Yeah, I just figured it out. Let's see. I'm just trying to recap some of this difficulty. So this was $17. And blue 5, right? Command center's in the very, very, very middle now. Kind of tricky. Command center is not gone. It's right here in the middle. They moved it. So Dark Dimensions 1 and 2 don't really have any requirements. Like DD, like you got to do 5 characters, and DD1 doesn't even need 5 characters at Gear Tier 12. Yeah, it's essentially, my guess is that it's gonna replace like events and milestones, and everything is going to be in the command center. They changed it. It was originally, but they got rid of that. They got rid of the stars. Originally, it was like 6 or 7 stars, and then they did for the DD1, and they just changed it to Gear Tier 12, level 65. All right, Global Cosmic City. All right, let's work backwards. I've got a good idea. What is I thinking too? Yeah, I got changed. Oh, Sheriff Lobo, thank you. I believe it was clearly said to us that the command center was going to replace milestones in the event store at the summit. Maybe another envoy in chat will refresh my memory, but my understanding is that the command center is going to replace the clusterfuck of the events. Events has been a mess. Milestones has been relatively easy to understand, I think, but the events tab was always a mess, or has been a mess mostly. Command center should streamline all of that, and they're kind of just like easing us into it. I actually like it now. Took me a minute to get used to it, but I like it. Yeah, I like the command center. Hello, Dulum. Ah! Dulum, do you think they got Marvel approval on roguelike name? I'm wondering, because if we just got pinged. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. Can we say it? Can we say it? I don't know that we can say it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Let's see what the embargo is. Oh. All right. All right. We'll get it at some point. All right. I see the embargo now. I can see it now. I can see it now. Okay. Okay. Shut your mouth hole, Dulum. All right. Punisher is one less piece, and Hitmonkey maybe. I'm sure, but the initial people that went through it used Punisher. I think you'll be fine with either. I'm doing Punisher because he's one less piece. It rhymes with Nunya. All right, so I've got very clear recommendations on the Professor X saga. Yes. You most certainly can do Lady Deathstrike here. Yes, you most certainly could do Apocalypse here, right? Yes, you most certainly can do Mephisto here instead of Shadow King. Yes. Extreme. There's a couple other choices you can do other than Emma, but you can definitely do War Machine if you wanted to. Gotta do her, gotta do her. And then some people did Groot instead of Kahori, but that's my plan. All right, let's work backwards. So I'm going to do a video on all Dark Dimensions, all character recommendations for all Dark Dimension. Let's go back to DD8. Non-legendary city hero. All right, we're going to have to change these recommendations up, right? All right. So that's going to mirror the Professor X one. Yeah. So non-legendary city hero. We're going to do the same suggestion as the Professor X. Check the pinned comment and then use that into, it'll give you the answer. All right, so we're going to leave that the same. City villain. Ooh, you're going to have to make some tough decisions here for city villain, huh? I feel like the suggestions here for city villain are still the same. Right? Elektra, you could put Elektra in here, but here's the thing about Elektra. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing that. We're going to do an entire Dark Dimension video. Okay. All right, and then we've got city villain.
They'll dominate the scene. If the scene is losing to minions and making me scream, this ain't a team, it's a crime scene.
Elektra. So we can talk about Elektra.
Looking real mean, brew rockin' havoc, little Landra, the queen. Howard's quacking, feeling real tough, but the fight's about to get real rough. This team's a joke, a waste of cash. They hit like noodles and tank like trash. We bought the hype, we fell for the lies. Now they're getting smacked by
Yeah, no, I don't think Electra is the way to go. Non-legendary global hero. Okay. All right. So someone said to me yesterday, and I don't know if this is true or not, that Liberty sucked in DD8. Is that true? You don't want to do that team, though. Yeah, but I don't think you want to. If you have narrow amounts of resources, or you're trying to make it to end game, you don't want to waste time with anything other than the teams that are going to lead you into the next dark dimension and the next dark dimension, right? Yeah, so I think I want to do just like this. Someone in chat in the last week said that Liberty did not feel good in Dark Dimension 8. Okay. Multiple people have said Liberty was bad for DD8. Yep. Liberty. Okay. All right. Well, this is why I'm doing. Okay, so there we go. So this was the team that I went through with it. It's staying the same. Non-legendary global hero. All right, so that remains the same. You can do a Mega Red Phoenix Force if you want to here, or Apocalypse. There's no issue with that. Right? Legendary or Cosmic, I don't see how that's different. Yeah, I don't feel like this is the only thing that really changed in DD8 from when I went through and got Odin would be this non-legendary city hero, which was Sinister 6, right? And now they're kind of being phased out, and you're going to be better served doing this because Sinister 6 is not going to do well in the Professor X saga. Legendary or Cosmic? Yeah, you could do, okay. A legendary or Cosmic, which is kind of garbage. Shadow King. How do you do or? Oh, there you go. Thank you. Never saw that before. Wow, you have so many good choices here. All right, let's put this over here. Okay. How much longer are you streaming? For a while. I'm gonna make this video. This video we're gonna go through and I'm gonna do an updated all Dark Dimensions video. So we're working backwards. We've basically, as far as getting ready for the video, we've covered Professor X, and this is Dark Dimension 8. We got to go do 7, 6, Apoc Saga 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's gonna take a minute. I'm gonna use the restroom. Well, if you don't have Captain Britain, well, let me ask you this. Is there any Liberty or new Emma that would go well here? Is the question. That's a good, thank you for bringing that up. Because my understanding is that if you don't have Captain Britain, and I did this with a three red. I did this with a 3 red, and also at the time the cap was 100, where now you can go to 105. New Emma, okay, so New Emma would be the way to go, because New Emma is going to be one of the suggestions that I have for DD for Professor X. Well, New Emma is who I'm using in Professor X Saga. So if you wanted to sub out Captain Britain for New Emma, well, but you need the 3-piece, right? Liberty doesn't work there. Everybody's been testing in DD8 that Liberty sucks ass. Everybody's been talking about this for a while. This is kind of a problem. Liberty does not work in DD8. No, I understand. We're not talking about Professor X. Professor X, yeah, if you're late to the conversation, Professor X is going to be New Emma Liberty. Liberty is shit in DD8 is the problem. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is an entirely different conversation. Yeah. Yeah. Professor X. Yeah, yeah, that's easy. We know that. So this is a problem right here. So how do you get them? So the question is, I did it with a 3 red, 3 yellow Captain Britain. And the difference between when I went through it is that the difference though when I went through it is that the level cap was 100. Now the level cap is 105. So maybe I'll do that. Other thing too is, can you sub out Nightcrawler for new Emma? That's a thing too, right? Or can you sub out Black Knight for new Emma? No, Illuminati's not great. No, but you can't use Liberty here. Everybody says Liberty is a train wreck in DD8. Everybody said that it's a trade wreck. It's just, it'll take forever with Liberty or what? All right. Well, I'll talk about it. All right. Yeah, but I have to go through all the other nodes to get there. It's not like I could just jump in non-legendary global. Like, it'd take me an hour to get there. No, I'm not gonna stream for 4 hours today. 4 more hours today. I'm gonna go to the restroom. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think new Emma is the way to go. All right, I know what to say. So this is what I'm going to say. So here's the thing. A lot of people have been able. So this is the team that I used. I had an underdeveloped Captain Britain when I went through it. There's going to be some issues if you use these teams right here, which is Illuminati, Black Knight, Nightcrawler. Now that is the team I did. Now those are teams that are getting phased out. The worry is that people have been going in and it is a grind. It's a real slog if you go in with the Liberty 4 and let's say new Emma. Now the Liberty 4 and new Emma will lead you right into the Professor X saga, but to one tap this in non-legendary global hero, you're going to need to do something like 3-piece Illuminati with Ancient One and new Emma. Is that enough information? Right? Is that enough right there? New Emma seems like I think that new Emma is a no-brainer to replace, you know, one of these guys over here. So there you go. Any disagreements with the way that I framed it right there? Okay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Yeah. It's going to be a slog, and I don't have a problem saying that. All right, let's go to DD7. City non-mythic. All right. Non-legendary and non-mythic city. So Electra is mythic, but we can't use. No. All right, so it's the same team, right? All right, so it's the same team. So you can use Hip Monkey if you want. That's fine. Non-legendary, non-mythic, global. So that's gonna be it's gonna be like yeah, you can do all of this. So you can do Sentinels. You can use Orcus, Liberty, Orcus and or Liberty. Okay. Can you move these? No. Why the fuck can I see this? I just want to throw Captain Sam in there, for example. And then I will show this screenshot. So this is DD7. Which is 19,100 for Mephisto. Yeah, Orcus is going to be fine. So that's going to be any of these guys here. Any of these guys here. Legendary. Oh boy.
Now buy some more, we drop new kits just to feed the store. Power ain't free, this game's our
Hmm.
Cash over balance, that's the law. Turn your roster into revenue raw. Complain all you want, we don't flinch. Every old patch got a cash grab clinch. Look, your power's low, that's by design. It's not a bug when the loss feels fine. We ain't here for dreams, we here for math. And the whales, oh, they clear the path. Mirror match, nah, we twist the rules. So
This is a problem, huh?
use your tools. G20 locked, hope you brought that dough or you'll
I think Shadow King and Old Man Logan are the way to go.
Every new team got a built-in chain. We don't tune kits, we tune
Yeah.
Wanna compete, better pay as planned. We see your posts, your rants, your charts, while sipping lattes with our Scopely hearts. Please fix war. Crucible's trash. Cool story, bro. Did you bring that cash? OP ain't broken, it's profit
Yeah.
unlocked. A beautiful scam wrapped in digital stock. So cry on Reddit.
Yeah, I think Old Man Logan and Shadow King are the way to go. The rest of them will carry you through it. Yeah, Quasar is untested, but probably for a lot of people, Quasar is going to be the correct. So I'm gonna drop these right here and put in Old Man Logan and Shadow King.
I've been grinding since beta, now I feel betrayed. OP drops and skill gets
Oh, there's Quasar. We'll just put Quasar right there.
punched down. Whales auto win while I wear the crown. Free to play dreams getting crushed overnight. PvP's a joke, can't win the fight. Scopely, you listening, this ain't the way. OP's killing the game with you.
Oh, there you go.
OP this, OP that. Power goes up, strategy flat. Stack your cash.
I think that looks good.
Welcome to the new
Oh, I didn't do Cosmic.
built my squad tight. OP rewards me, feels just right.
All right, let's go to Cosmic.
Have a twist. Strategies deeper, can't resist. G20 grind, yeah, it's a chase. But my investment
Non-mythic, so that would be
just talk, I'm here to stay. OP's the future, leading the way.
not Odin. Well, you wouldn't have Odin yet.
Spend to win or get smacked flat. Stack your team, stack your
Yeah, so you could use
get clapped fast. Oh, you mad? That's cute. Now buy some more. We dropped overpowered, so y'all hit the store. Power ain't free. This game's a biz. You think we care, bro? Check the whales. We real. Your roster's trash.
Oh, you can't use Shadow King.
There's a 99.99. Balance, please. It's not our thing. Just drop some cash and you get a swing. We read your posts. We laughed and flexed. Dear devs, it's broken. Cool. Who's next? OP's not broken. It's profit unlocked. Keep whining while we stack all the cash. OP this, OP that. Power creep with a price tag attached. You want fair? That's old school talk. Now it's pay to smash or take the walk.
Okay. Mythic. So this is DD7. Don't have any choices, really, right? You're not going to have those three. Yeah, that's going to remain the same. Wow, that's going to feel bad. You got to take them to gear tier 19. Holy moly, that's going to feel bad. You know, this is DD7. DD7 is not 19? I don't. Yeah, it is. I'm very sure of this. $87 is most certainly gear tier 19. The new guy? All right, so you only need to do 4. So who are we dropping here? Doom is the worst of the 4. Is that right? Ultimus didn't have a rework then, did he? Yeah, we're dropping Doom. Yeah, I mean, there might be a Doom rework. That's fine. We could talk about that. It's the Vega. You're the best. Coming through with Prime for 9 months and Shogun 1128 Prime for 2 months. Didn't realize I had Discovery. Apologize, my guy. We'll welcome in. I don't know how that works. Probably. Cosmic. Okay, so Odin is not available and Shadow King is legendary. So ignore those 2 suggestions. APOC for what? Global. He's a mutant. Mythic? Yeah, we're in DD7. It's not a mythic requirement. Oh, DD7 is the reward? Yeah, he's right here. Annihilator, Kahori, Lilandra. We could just do that. People should. We all have Lilandra, right? So I'm just gonna put Lilandra on there. You don't have Null. You know, there's Kahori, Havoc, Howard the Duck. City. All right, so this is going to come back to the same recommendation over and over and over again. Throw Blade in here, Punisher in here. Non-Horseman Legendary. Just Old Man Logan and whatever, right? But if you have access to... Old Man Logan and whatever, then Legendary or Apocalypse. All right. GD5 is for APOC. So this is 17 level 90. Oh no. APOC. All right. So you may not have APOC for this. But you may also have Havoc by then. All right. How do we get APOC? Yeah, APOC's a grind. All right. So, Apoc's a grind. Is that an entirely other video, though? Yeah, they don't have APOC in here. Boy, do I just tell people to not do Apocalypse? I think the no apocalypse is a thing. Yeah. I think you can stall getting apocalypse. So what did you do to get apocalypse? Like, or the thing is, as soon as you hit level 90 in gear tier 17, do you really want to be focusing on apocalypse, or can you do something else? You're gonna have to focus on a lot of things. I mean, it doesn't really lend itself to this video because it's a dark dimension video. I think we should just skip. I mean, for the simplicity of this video, and I'll just say, hey, this video, technically, Apocalypse is not a dark dimension. I might have to make a video of that at another time. I'm not going to suggest people to skip it or anything like that. That's another video, perhaps. Yeah, it's a whole different animal. All right, so the suggestion here is the same. Omega Red. People are not going to have access to Omega Red. I should leave that out of all these suggestions. Yeah, I'm going to leave that out of those suggestions. Well, I know to say that. A lot of people are not going to have it. Cosmic. Annihilators, no, Lilandra. Oh, wait. Quasar might be an option. Oh, that's not Quasar. That's, um, where's Gladiator? Mm-mm. Omega Red, the OG Omega Red is not good anywhere. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Hmm. DD4 is the same. Yeah, the full Orcus is going to be my primary suggestion because it's also a raid team. Yeah. It's really just all Orcus. Again, it's really all Orcus. All Orcus, yeah. TD4, yeah, let's get rid of this. And Vigilante is a raid team. Yeah, so Vigilante is going to serve you well. All right, so Global's going to be Orcus again. strongly recommend just doing Orcus. How come I can't see? All right, we're ready to record this video here shortly. We're Scientist Supreme. Cosmic is gonna be, it's gonna be Annihilators. Punisher, 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 Punisher. And then I will just DD2, do whatever you want. All right, so all right. All right. All right. Today we're going to go over every single team. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I'll do it like this. Yeah. Today we're going to go over the teams that are going to be best in every single Dark Dimension. And we're also going to talk about the Professor X saga. So this information is going to be current as of today. And I got to say, the older Dark Dimension videos that I've put out in the past are largely obsolete. But this video here will give information that is current as of right now. Now we're going to work backwards, or we're going to start with the Professor X saga, because we're going to focus on those teams, because most of those teams and characters that are going to be useful in the Professor X saga are also going to be useful in the other dark dimensions. So we're just going to get right into it. Now, on the Marvel Strike Force website, you can go into a planner, and I'll put a link to this right here, and you can load in your account, and then you can plan what you want to do in each one of the dark dimensions right here. And so that's going to be largely the format for today's video. So we're going to start with the Professor X Saga City. Now, City is going to come up a lot, and I got to say that Vigilante is going to be a good choice through a lot of the dark dimensions. So that's going to be Sable, Daredevil Modern, Punisher, Hit Monkey, and Elektra. Now, Elektra is not a good choice here. People that have gone through the Professor X Saga have said, I'm going to start this video over one more time. Website, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll get it right. All right, we're going to do something fun today. We're going to go over every single team that is good. What are we going to title this? Today's going to be a fun video. That's right. We're going to go over the team recommendations for every single dark dimension and also the Professor X Saga. Now, I got to tell you, all of the other dark dimension videos I have done in the past are largely obsolete. New teams come to the day. Fuck you, Boomer! This is going to be a fun video. We're going to go over every single dark dimension and the team recommendations, and we're also going to talk about the Professor X Saga. Now, I got to say this. All the other dark dimension videos that I've made in the past are largely going to be obsolete after today's video because new teams come to the game, and the newer teams are going to perform better, and the newer teams will be consistent a lot of the times from dark dimension to dark dimension. So if you start off with the teams that we talk about in this video, you're going to be able to be carried through them as you advance through every levels, because the dark dimensions start coming up when you hit like what, level 65, and then you get one at 70, 75, and so on and so on. And if you could focus on these teams as you move up through the levels and unlock each one of the dark dimensions, you're going to be better served. Now, we're going to work backwards because Professor X Saga is going to have the most strict requirements and also has very specific teams. And if one focuses on these suggestions for the other dark dimensions, you'll be better served when you actually get to the Professor X Saga. Now, on the website, which is the MarvelStrikeForce.com, you have a way of loading up your roster. You're going to want to do that. You're going to want to link your account to this. And inside of the website, there is a dark dimension planner. We're going to be using that for today's video. And you can see that you can toggle all the way between the Professor X Saga all the way through Dark Dimension 2. But we're going to start with the Professor X Saga, and City is going to carry over to a lot of my recommendations as we go through the video. And my generic recommendation for all City nodes and all the dark dimensions right now is going to be Vigilante. Vigilante is going to be Sable, Daredevil Modern, Punisher, and then not shown here on the screen is going to be Hit Monkey and Elektra. So there is one caveat, one problem with this right here is that Elektra does not work in the Professor X Saga. So people are taking in Oath or Blade instead of Elektra. Now you also have the choice of not using Hit Monkey if you don't want to. So this is going to be the team comp that I'm going to be taking in, which is going to be the 3 members of the Vigilante and then Oath and Blade. But as we go through the other dark dimensions, I'm going to largely suggest just using the 5-piece Vigilante because they are a raid team, and that's going to be a good idea to have a raid team up and running. The same is going to be true, a similar type of suggestion here for Villain Global. The generic recommendation for Global and most of the global teams as we go through these lists and through the other dark dimensions is going to be Orcus. So Orcus is going to be Nimrod, Sentinel, Omega Sentinel, Scientist Supreme, and then not shown here is Lady Deathstrike. And I just did a Mega Red Phoenix Force. That's what I'm personally going to be using, but if you wanted to use Lady Deathstrike, that'd be fine. Other people are also using Apocalypse, but Orcus is a raid team. So participating in raids is a large part of the game, and the rewards from raids are very good. And so upgrading the entire Orcus team and using them in global throughout your journey through the Dark Dimensions is going to be a very efficient use of that. Next, we've got Villain Cosmic. And I want to say that Annihilators are going to be my generic recommendation through a lot of the other ones as we go through for Cosmic, because Annihilators are very useful inside of Arena, and they are going to be dominant in Arena. Now, personally, what I'm going to be doing in Villain Cosmic for the Professor X Saga is going to be Shadow King and Null. Some people are doing Mephisto instead of Shadow King. So there was a very specific reason why I chose to do Shadow King here. But I don't know if it matters for the purpose of this video, but Mephisto or Shadow King are going to be good. Mostly this was because I had extra mutant pieces and a short of mythic pieces, or mystic pieces rather. So Shadow King made more sense. Now there are two other here on the extreme part. Global hero is going to be Liberty, and Liberty is a war team. So like when we go through the other global, generally I'm going to recommend the ones that where there's no distinction between villain and hero. I'm generally going to be going for, as far as global, going to be recommending Orcus, but inside of the Professor X Saga, it separates it into hero, global, and I'm going to be dropping War Machine to use Emma Frost X-Men because she is excellent. Now, hero cosmic, Lander is required. You got to use Odin, and then here we're going to use the rest of the Starjammers, Havoc, Howard the Duck, and then Kahori is just over the top good. Some people did use Groot instead of Kahori, but I think Kahori is a character that I want to take to gear tier 20. So this is going to be the requirements for the Professor X Saga, which is not a Dark Dimension technically, and that requires gear tier 20. Now, Dark Dimension 8 was a little bit different. Dark Dimension 8 is the one that awards Odin, and it has like a purple 3, and you can get to purple 3 ISO as early as a level 100. Again, non-legendary city hero. It might just be best served just going Vigilante. If you want to go Vigilante and not bother with Blade and Oath, I get it, because it's probably going to be a good idea to have the Vigilante team up and running to a certain degree for raids. But Elektra is not going to carry you into the Professor X Saga, and I think that Blade and Oath are very good anyways. So my suggestion is largely the same. And then we get into the non-legendary city villain. And unfortunately, there's no really choices here. And this is going to be an older team right here with the Sinister Six. And this is the team that I went through it with. And I think a lot of people are not going to be thrilled with taking these characters up to purple 3. But even today, I've had to take a lot of these characters up to 105 to make sure that they're still relevant inside of Crucible and War. Now, there may be in the future a better city villain team that comes to the game, so keep that in mind. If Scopely does release a newer city villain team, that is fine. Now, don't ignore this. Ignore this right here. This is going to require a conversation. Non-legendary global hero. Now, this is the team that I used to go through this. And people are telling me today that they're one-tapping the nodes with the 3-piece Illuminati and then Emma and Ancient One. This is not going to be the most efficient use of resources. The most efficient use of resources is going to be Liberty plus Emma Frost. So that's going to mirror like the suggestions for the Professor X Saga. My understanding is that the Professor X Saga, Liberty is effective there because of the bonuses that they give the Liberty and the raid bonuses and things like that. So they work very well. People that are going into Dark Dimension 8 with Liberty plus Emma, let's say, are finding that it takes a lot of time to get through it, where people that are going through with like a 3-piece Illuminati, Ancient One, and New Emma, they're one-tapping the nodes. I don't think that's a good use of resources, and you'd be better served to go with Liberty and Emma. So that's going to be like the very similar recommendation as right here for the Professor X saga. It's just that please understand that in Dark Dimension 8, that is not going to be an easy task. It's going to be challenging going through there. The people that have gone through Dark Dimension 8 with Liberty said that it is quite an uphill battle. Then here we got Global Villain. Again, you could just do full Orcus if you wanted to. You have the same options here. You can do Orcus. You could take out Lady Deathstrike if you want to do a Mega Red Phoenix Force. I don't think everybody has a Mega Red Phoenix Force. And then some people will have Apocalypse as well. But in general, Orcus will work fine. And then you got your Legendary and or Cosmic. And there are a ton of good choices here. This happens to be what I did. But look, you've got all kinds of cosmic heroes that are going to be very useful. Of course, Odin's not going to be an option there, and Shadow King's not going to be an option. But what we're talking about here is in-game Thanos, Kahori, Gladiator, Gore, Lilandra, which are going to have to use inside of the Professor X saga, and so on. So you have these choices here, or if you want to overlap more into what's going to work on the Professor X saga, you could use these here if you have access to Null and Kahori. I think those would be excellent choices. The only thing, the two pieces that are not going to work is Odin, of course, is not going to be an option there because that's the award, and Shadow King is a legendary. So did I screw this up? Oh my God, this is so much information. Gonna have to be edited. Howard is a recommendation because you must have came in late. Yeah, you must have came in late. Legendary or Cosmic. So this will be what I used here for Dark Dimension 8. So this is going to be all the strong characters. There's some other options if you don't want to upgrade all of these here. I think you got a lot of choices. I think Old Man Logan will likely carry you. I do want to mention that Old Man Logan is not useful in the Professor X saga because of the way that the Shadow King boss works. Clones Old Man Logan, and then your own Old Man Logan ends up wiping your team. So, but as far as Dark Dimension 8, Old Man Logan is very useful. If you want to look into other choices, you know, there's other things that can be done here as well. I think it'd be challenging to get through, but these are other cosmic characters that could be used there. But I think you're really going to want to have at least Old Man Logan to get through that with ease. Now, let's go to Dark Dimension 7. And Dark Dimension 7 is going to be for Mephisto. And we've got a couple different other choices there. Now, again, we're getting into the city category. You could do full vigilante. And I think that is going to be a good choice in most of these Dark Dimensions that we're going to go through, is that just doing a full vigilante is going to be just fine. But I'm putting the other two options that we've discussed at length. And then again, global. I think the way to go is just full Sentinels. If you did full Sentinels, that'd be fine. If you wanted to get, you know, all wacky with it, you could go Liberty. But I think the Sentinels and the Orcus team would better serve because they are a raid team and you can use them in raids, where the Liberty team, which is represented here by Captain America Sam Wilson, is a war team. And I think raids are going to be better for resources, specifically also for getting into the Odin Dark Dimension, because you're going to need the purple ISO, and that's a good source of purple ISO. So again, global, the generic recommendation there is going to be Orcus. Then we're down to Cosmic. And again, with Cosmic, my recommendation is going to be Annihilators, right? You know, which is going to be in-game Thanos, Gore, and Gladiator. If you have access to Null and Kahori, those would be excellent choices. There are some other cosmics that you could use. Like we've kind of gone over them here. You know, if you have access to them, that would be fantastic. But in general, annihilators when it comes to the cosmic areas in dark dimensions are going to be good. Now, legendary characters. Now, this is kind of interesting. There's a bunch of useless legendaries in the game, right? Tons of like not even usable, like Star-Lord and Shuri and Ebony Maw and Jubilee. A lot of these are just not even useful, right? Now, there are some that have been reworked and they're being used currently, and that would be Phoenix and Invisible Woman. But really, it just comes down to Old Man Logan in NE5. If you have access to Shadow King, of course, him. And then Quasar is going to be available to everyone after 3 months through daily play. So in the next 3 months, everybody should have a Quasar, and I think that would be an excellent choice to take in here. This would be the top priority, these 5. You know, if you wanted to use someone else, as long as you're going in there with Old Man Logan, you could get by and use some other ones. Some people are still using Black Bolt inside of Illuminati. Of course, Green Goblin Classic has some use, and he was also recommended in Dark Dimension 8. So that's an option for one as well. Then the Mythic section. The thing that's interesting about Mythic is that you can go in with 5, but you really only need 4. So you could go through with these 4 right here, which would be Apocalypse, Super Scroll, Kestrel, and then also Ultimus. Now, if you go down and look at the other ones, the other 3 choices are going to be Dormammu, Doom, and Ultron. You know, like if you don't have Apocalypse, you can do Dormammu. The other 3 are not going to be available because those happen in later Dark Dimensions. Now, let's go to Dark Dimension 6. Dark Dimension 6 is going to be for Super Scroll. This is going to happen at level 95. It's going to require gear tier 18. Again, global recommendation is going to be Orcus. Orcus. If you want to do some of these other ones, that's fine, but it's going to be Orcus. Cosmic, the generic recommendation is going to be Annihilators. You're going to have Lilandra. If you playing the game, everybody got Lilandra for free in the last couple of months. So Lilandra is also going to be required in the Professor X saga. If you have access to Null, that'd be fine. But in general, just the Annihilators. And the Annihilators are going to be a good choice because they're going to be useful also inside of Arena. City, again, Vigilante. If you want to sub out some of the members of the Vigilante for Oath and Blade, that is fine. And then we've got the non-Horseman Legendary. Old Man Logan's going to be the superstar. Your resources are going to be well spent in Phoenix, Invisible Woman, because they're currently useful in some teams. And then Shadow King, if you have access to Shadow King, he'd be amazing. And then Quasar, everyone should have in the next 3 months. If you have to use one of the other ones, that's fine. I get it. You know, Green Goblin Classic is probably my favorite of the other ones on this list. So Green Goblin Classic could replace one of these here if you don't have access. But for sure, Old Man Logan. And then Legendary or Apocalypse would be basically the same list right here, but then with Apocalypse. So let's go to Dark Dimension 5. Now, technically, what I would say is that there is something called Dark Dimension 5.5, which is going to be the Apocalypse Saga. We're not going to talk about that in this video here, but there is no planner for the Apocalypse Saga, and a lot of people have expressed to me their frustrations with the Apocalypse Saga because it requires a lot of not current teams to get through it, and so that might be a video for another day. So Dark Dimension 5, which is going to be for Dormammu. Again, City is going to be Vigilante. Again, Global is going to be Orcus. Is going to be my baseline suggestion. Cosmic is going to be Annihilators. You can add in Lilandra, or you could add in Ultimus if you wanted. But in general, it's going to be the Annihilators. A Legendary is going to be the same ones. It's starting to get repetitious at this point. Same suggestions are going to be here for Dark Dimension 4. Orcus for Global. Cosmic is going to be Annihilators. City is going to be Vigilante. And then Legendary is going to be the following ones there. And then Dark Dimension 3, the interesting thing about Dark Dimension 3 is that of the Dark Dimensions, well, let's just go in game and look at it. some of the rewards are not that great. Like if we look at Dark Dimension 1, which requires gear tier 12, Kestrel, maybe useful sometimes, but not really. Dark Dimension 2 is going to be Ultron, unplayable, really. Dark Dimension 3, which is Ultimus, has an Annihilator. Ultimus is an Annihilator. This guy's useful. I'm using this guy all the time, which is interesting because the reward for Dark Dimension 4 is Doom, and we're just praying that Doom gets a rework with the Fantastic Four movie, but a lot of people are not really using Doom that much, and then Dormammu has largely been power creeped as well. So that's just something to keep in mind. But Dark Dimension 3 is a part of Annihilators, and if you're moving forward and getting, you know, Thanos Endgame, Gore, and Gladiator, then you're going to be well positioned right there. Now you could also use Quasar here. You know, if you're doing this in the next 3 months, people should be unlocking Quasar in the next 3 months, and then Landra, most people should have unlocked already. And you could substitute some other good cosmics. There's a list here. You know, Kahori would be an excellent choice as well. And then Dark Dimension 2, do whatever you want. Use your arena team, and hopefully your arena team is something along the lines of Annihilators. So what are you going to be doing? I hope this video was helpful. And again, I can't stress this enough. The older Dark Dimension videos might have obsolete teams, and investing in those obsolete teams may not be the best use of your resources. And I know a lot of the videos that I made for XYZ Dark Dimensions may have had teams like Spider Society, and I just don't know how useful a team like Spider Society is going to be compared to the teams that we talked about here in this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. Bye for now. What was I going to do? All right, I got something on my mind, so all right. Content. All right, I feel like my... All right, so I need to upgrade the CC video and release that. Okay. Just do that here with no... Well, let's just do that like this. Let's just do it real quick. We got to get this up. I'll do the thumbnail and all of it tomorrow. Or maybe I got to do Raid Shadow Legends. I'm doing Raid Shadow Legends today. We're going to pivot to Raid Shadow Legends after I go talk to Kat for a second. Because I've got to make some raid. I have to upload a Raid Shadow Legends video today. I feel like I need to just upload a ton of them. Oh my God. I need to bang out Raid Shadow Legends videos. Oh my God. Well, the problem with Raid is I need to do a video a day, and I've been all over the place, so I need to just record a bunch of videos. I feel like I'm behind. Let's see, what do I need to do? I just want to make sure I've done everything I can do for today on this. What is this? Ooh, gather intel? Okay. All right. What do I want to do? Check arena 5. Let's go to 2. No. I might raid somebody else or refer everybody to another Marvel Strike Force stream. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I do want to stay here as long as possible for people that are trying to get drops. Oh, that's what I need to check. I wonder if I got my drops yet. All right, basic into Odin. We're going to do another basic into Odin. Turn meter seems weird on this. Wow. Wow. Game over. All right. Oh, we have one. Is there a way to beat him? I don't think so. We've got one. Okay. I'm sure he'll survive. All right. Alliance raids. Why is that still Path to Daredevil? Let's get it. Hmm. All right, I know what I'm gonna do. See, like this is a character that I need. That piece. Team to City DD8 villain. Yeah, the video won't be up for a while, so I'll look at it. Yeah, DD8 villain. City villain is still gonna be this. Oh, I knew there was something I was gonna do. I don't even know if I got my. Claim now, claim now, claim now. There we go. That's what I wanted to check. Make sure that I got. Okay. Okay. We don't know the day, but they're usually 10 days apart. If I test the new Thunder team, yeah. I didn't. I don't think I liked them as much as everybody else did. I thought they were okay. Feel like didn't like Doolum like them a lot better than I did. I thought they were okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of 25. All right. They said that, didn't they? Yeah, didn't they say that Sentry would be the next Battle World boss? Yeah, they said that in one of their videos. No, they didn't give anybody a Thunderbolt tag. All right, I need to play Raid Shadow Legends. How much time do I have? I've got an hour. Let's find out who is playing Marvel Strike Force on Twitch. That way, if you want to go watch Ambassador Al. Skinny Matthew, let's not, that's not a spoiler, but let's not do that. Yeah, let's not do that. Even though that's not a spoiler, because I think it was just sarcasm, someone might take that as a spoiler. Yeah. But yeah, the Thunderbolts tag is a mess in Marvel Strike Force, and I will be making a song about it. But the problem is that in the song that I want to make has a spoiler to the movie, so I don't want to do that. But if you want to continue your drops, head over to Ambassador Al. We're gonna do some Raid Shadow Legends. Okay. I need to make some videos. So that'll take a minute to load up. Let's turn that off here.